Hello students, welcome to online class. Now it's time to have a look on grammar, sentence pattern. Children, sentence pattern is a very important topic and you will be receiving the questions till 10th standard. So please children, kindly have a look on sentence pattern. Okay, before I start this, let me give you some warm-up question and you can answer the warm-up question by yourself. Shall we start children? Okay. Children, what number is missing? 0, 1, 2, there is a question mark and then 5, followed by 5. So what number is missing here? Can you guess? Okay. The answer is 3. 0, 1, 1, 2, 3, 5. Okay. So next let me ask you, next question. Okay. So what letter is missing here? Shall I start? The letter E. Okay. Next, what come next? Actually, children, there is a question regarding this in maths, is it? Okay. So here the answer is. Okay, children. So I hope you people are quite good now. So let me start the grammar session. The sentence pattern. Before I start what is sentence pattern, let me tell you what is sentence. A sentence is a group of words expressing a complete thought. Actually children, a sentence is a group of words which gives a complete sense. It gives a complete thought. That is what is a sentence, is it? When you read it, you will get a complete sentence. You will get a complete thought. So that is what is the sentence. So this sentence, they have a basic, actually we have a basic sentence pattern and we will discuss what all the basic sentence pattern we have. Okay, yes. So first let us have a look on the what all the basic sentence pattern we have. Sentence pattern definition. There are 5 important components in the sentence. That is, we have a 5 basic sentence pattern. First one is the subject and we can give the name as S. Next is the verb, we can give the name as V. Next is the object, we can give the name as O. Complement C, adverbial or adjunct, it is A. Okay children, these are the 5 components of sentence pattern. Basic components of sentence pattern: subject S, verb by the name of V, object O, complement C, adverbial or adjunct ADJUNCT, adjunct, okay, by the name of A. Okay children, now let us see what is subject, what is verb, what is object, complement, adverbial or adjunct. Actually this is very important topic, please listen to it carefully. Okay, shall I start? What is subject? First one is the subject. Okay children, subject definition we'll see. To get subject, yes, ask the question who before the verb. Children, always we have a subject before the verb. You all know what is verb. Verbs are all action words, is it? Okay, so we get the subject before the verb. And one more very important thing is, if you want to know what is subject, you can ask the question who. See here, for example, Nancy danced well. Here Nancy is the subject because you can ask the question who danced well here. Who danced well? Nancy. So are you getting the answer for the who? So that is subject. You can underline and you can write as the subject. Next, the child broke the glass. Who broke the glass? The child. That is the subject. So kindly listen children. You will get the answer for the subject when you ask the question who. If you ask the question who, you will get the answer subject. So that you can underline and write is the subject. Very important. So kindly understand it. Subject will always come before the verb. And one more thing is, if you are very sure to know what is subject, you can put the question there who and you will get the answer for that. Okay children. So I hope you have understood what is subject. So next let us see what is verb. We are very familiar with the verb because we have seen this verb from the childhood. Okay, what is verb? Verbs are all action words. That is, for example, run, jump, listen, read, swim, write, swim. Okay, so watch. So now let us see how to mark the verb now. In every sentence, the most important word is the verb. So we have sentence, children, but the most important thing is the verb. So with the verb only we can identify the timing sense. Is it? Okay. In every sentence, the most important word is the verb. A verb shows action or activity or work done by the people or someone. Okay, children, that is what is the verb. Okay, now let us see the example of verb. So let us see the examples now. He is a doctor. B form verbs. Actually, is a verb here. Okay, what is that B form verbs, children? Do you remember? B form verbs. B form verbs are nothing but am, is, or, was, were. These are all the B form verbs. Okay. So what are the B form verbs? Am, is, was, were, or. This is all the B form verbs. Okay, we have do form verbs also. That is does, do, did. Have verbs or has, have, had. Okay, but for this example, he is a doctor. Is a B form verb. Jim wrote a letter. So here, Jim is the subject, wrote is the main verb. Okay, so next one. The baby is crying. So the baby is the subject. Who is crying? The baby is crying. Who wrote a letter? Jim wrote a letter. So the baby is crying. Is crying. Is the B form verb, that is auxiliary verb. Okay. Crying is the main verb. Actually, children, I'll tell you what is this B form verb, what is this auxiliary verb, what is main verb. We'll discuss right now. So actually verb consists of auxiliaries and finite verbs. What is that auxiliary verbs and what are the finite verbs? We'll see now. Auxiliary verbs. Auxiliary verbs are divided into two types. Primary auxiliaries and modals. What are primary auxiliary verbs? We'll see now. So primary auxiliary verbs, we have three types. That is be verbs, do verb, and have verb. Okay, what is this be verbs? We'll see now. So be verbs is am, is, or, was, were. Okay, I am a doctor. He is a doctor. They are doctors. Okay, he was a doctor. They were doctors. Okay, so these are all the examples of am, is, or, was, were. Okay, then has, have, had, does, do, did. This is all the auxiliary verbs, that is primary auxiliary verbs. Okay, next one is modals. Children, have you heard this word before, modals? What is modal? So modal verb is a type of verb that is used to indicate the modality, that is likelihood, ability, permission, request, capacity, suggestion, order, or advice. Children, modal verbs always accompany the base form of another verb having semantic content. Okay, so these modal verbs, can you see the what are the modal verbs we have there? Can, could, will, would, shall, should, may, might, must. Okay, so these modal verbs, they always accompany with the base form of another verb. For example, I can swim. Okay, can I use your phone? That is I can swim. So can is getting accompanied with swim. So these are all the modal verbs. So we have a semi-modal verbs, that is which is getting attached with to, dare to, need to, used to, ought to. These are all the auxiliary verbs. Okay, so these auxiliary verbs are divided into two types, primary auxiliary and modals. Okay, children? Yes. Next, let us see what is finite verbs. Finite verbs denote action. Okay, so we have verbs into two types. Is it finite verbs and non-finite verbs? What is this finite verbs? Children, finite verbs has a subject and shows tense. For example, see here, the thief escaped again. Okay, so here it has a subject and it will tell you the tense also. Escaped again, it has happened already. It's a past tense verb. So finite verbs, it shows the subject, okay, and it also shows the tense. Yes. So for example, talk, sing, write, make, dance, play, cook, live, touch, teach, sleep. So verbs occur after the subject, verbs occur before the object. So verbs, they occur always after the subject verbs, otherwise they occur before the object. Okay children, so we have seen the verbs. So here in the sentence pattern we have seen the verbs. So now let us see what is object. To get object O, ask the question what or whom. Okay, what is for the things and whom is for persons. Person may be noun or pronoun. So next we are going to see what is object. First we have seen what is subject. To get the answer for the subject we have to put the question who. So verbs are all action verbs, and we have seen what are the auxiliary verbs and what are the morals, what are the finite verbs. Okay, so now let us see what is object. To get the object who, ask the question what or whom. What is for things and whom is for person. Person may be noun or pronoun. I hope you all know what is noun and what is pronoun. So noun is the name of a person, place, animal or thing. So pronoun is used instead of noun. That is what is the pronoun. Okay children, so if you want to know what is object, you can put the question what and whom. Okay, so see here, he brought a pen. What did he brought? So I'm putting a questions on subject. What did he bought? A pen. So that is the object. He handles the computer. What he handles? He handles the computer. So that is the object. I saw him. Him is the object. Whom did he saw? So he, that is I saw him. Okay, so that is the object. So we'll see more examples children, so that you will understand better. So before that, this object is divided into, we have two types of object, that is indirect object and direct object. Okay, so what is the direct object and what is indirect object, we'll see now. First let us see what is direct object. So object O consists of noun or noun phrase or noun class. So first let us see what is direct object. Children, direct object answers the question for what. I told you, if you put the answer what and whom, you will get the object. If you put the question what, that is direct object. If you put the question whom, you will get the indirect object. Okay, so direct object answer the question what. For example, I like animal. Next, so to get the answer for indirect object IO, you have to ask the question whom. Okay, so if you ask the question whom, you will get the indirect object IO. See here, for example, I gave Rosie a pen. Okay, so here what is this Rosie? To whom you gave pen? That is to Rosie. So Rosie is whom. What did you give? A pen. That is what did you give? What? That is DO. So the answer, that is the, if you get the answer for what, that is DO. If you get the answer for whom, that is IO. Direct object, indirect object. Understood children? So what is object? O. So object, if you want to get the answer for object O, you have to put the question what, whom. So what is for DO and whom is for IO. Clear children? If you ask the question what, you will get the answer, and that you can underline and write as the DO. For example, I like animals. Okay, I like animals. So here what did you like? What you like? So you are getting the answer animals. So that you can underline and you can write as the DO. Some more example I would like to give. My father presented me a watch. Okay, my father presented me a watch. So my father is the subject, presented is the verb. Okay, so what did your father presented? What did your father presented? Watch. So that is what, answering the question for what. If it answered the question for what, that is DO. To whom did your father, to whom the father presented the watch? Me. So that me is the IO. Okay children, so did you understood what I am telling? One more example shall I give? She gave money to the poor. She gave money to the poor. Okay, so here she is the subject. Okay, who gave the money to the poor? Who means subject. So gave is the verb. Okay, then what did She gave to the poor. What did she give? Money. So if it answers the question for what, that is do. And to whom did she give money? To the poor. That is IO. Understood, children? Okay, shall we see the next topic? Next is the complement. Okay, so complement is very important. We'll see what is complement. The words required to complete the meaning of the sentence are called complement of the sentence. So once again I'll read, children. See here. The words required to complete the meaning of a sentence are called complement of the sentence. Okay, the word required to complete the meaning of a sentence are called complement of the sentence. If you want, that is, if you want the sentence to be completed, otherwise if you want the complete meaning of the sentence, complement is required there. For example, see here, he is a doctor. She become a journalist. She, he or the subject is, what is it? Be form verb. Here became, it is the verb. A journalist, a dentist, it is all the complement. See, it grew dark. Actually here it grew. So to complete this sentence, okay, to complete the meaning of the sentence, I have get the word dark. So that is complement. Understood, children? So what is complement? So what I read 3 times. Complement is the word required to complete the meaning of the sentence is called the complement. So we'll see. So we'll see some more points about the complement. Complement C completes the meaning in the sentence. Without it, the meaning is incomplete. Without the complement, meaning changes also. So here the complement occur in 2 patterns, either SVC pattern, otherwise SVOC pattern. Okay, so SVC means subject verb complement pattern, otherwise subject verb after the object it will apply. Okay, that is subject verb object and complement pattern. Yes, children, if you have any doubts, you can ask me during the live session. Okay, subject verb complement pattern we'll see first now. So they are players. She was angry. It seems absurd. Okay, so these words are all complement. Children, did you understood what is SVC pattern? See, children, don't confuse between the object and complement. The object always answer the question what and whom. Okay, you just try with the what and whom. If you are not getting, you just directly underline and write as the complement. Okay, children, so see here, they are players. So what are players? What are they? Is it the correct question to get the answer player? No. Whom are they? No. So who are they? Players. But who answers the question for this subject? And here the subject is they. So to complete this sentence, we have got the answer players. So that is called as the complement. Okay, children, clear now? Yes. Now let us see SVOC pattern. SVOC pattern, the complement tells about the object. So we all know how to mark the object. So to mark the object, we can put the question what and whom, and it will tell you more about the object. So that what is the complement? The complement and object are of the same person or thing. So here the about the same person, what is there in the object, about that only the complement will express. So it will be easy for you to underline and write what is complement. See here, they called David a genius. So here it is saying about the David, that is the genius. So that you can underline and write as the complement. Understood, children? One more example. See, he painted the car blue. Okay, so we all know he painted the car blue. He is the subject. Painted is the verb. The car, what did he painted? What you are getting the answer? So what and whom means object. So you can underline and write as the object. So blue, he painted the car blue. So I'm expressing more about that object. Then you can write that as the complement. Okay, children? Yes. So they have given you some more example here regarding the SVOC. They called David a genius. I found her crying. So he is here. It is expressed for the her crying. They elected Michael leader. Okay children, so we have two types of complement. So we have a subject complement and we have the object complement. First let us see what is subject complement. The complement which expresses the quality or identity or condition of the subject is called as the subject complement. So if it expresses the quality, identity or condition of the subject, it is called the subject complement. That is why she is a doctor, she looks sad. If the complement which expresses the quality or identity or condition of the object, it is called the object complement. She called him a liar, they made her angry. Okay children, so this is all the subject complement and that is the object complement. Subject complement is nothing but if it describes, if it expresses the quality, identity or condition of the subject, that is called the subject complement. If the complement which expresses the quality, identity or condition of the object, it is called as the object complement. Okay children, now let us see what is adjunct or adverbial. So we will see what is the adjunct or adverbial. Okay, so to get the answer A, that is adjunct, ask the question why, when, where or how. Okay, so these are all the questions we are going to put to get the answer for the adjunct or adverbial. To use the adverbial is optional, whereas complement is essential. I told you, to get the complete meaning of the sentence, complement is very important. Okay, so we have two types of complement, subject complement and object complement. Okay, now let us see, that is we are discussing about the adjunct, we'll go through it. The use of adverbial is optional, whereas the complement is essential. It has adverb phrase, adverbial clause, noun phrase and prepositional phrase. Okay children, let us see in further. Yes, so I told you to get the answer for the adverbial or adjunct, we have to put the question why, when, where, how. So why is for the reason, due to cold, through floods, under compulsion, carefully, when, now, later, after 2 years, when young, okay, when I am adult, in the morning, where, place, here, there, everywhere, in the sky, at home, how, that is manner, by bus, cycle, through efforts, by mixing, by hard work. So if you put these questions, you will get the answer for the adjunct. We'll see the examples now. Okay, adjunct A answer the question where, when, how, why. Okay, without A, any change in the meaning of the sentence. So let us see. SVA, she comes every day. Okay, she comes every day. I told you, no. So here what we are supposed to apply the question, every day I have given. So when she comes, I am getting the answer for when. So when she come every day. So you can underline and write as the adjunct, adverbial. Next, here I can use anything. She sit here, otherwise he sit here, he sat here. Okay, she sat here, likewise. So where she sat, here. So there I am getting the answer for where. So that is the adjunct. Children, it's time for recapitulation. Now let us revise. Now once again we'll revise what is sentence pattern and what are the basic components of sentence pattern. So I told you sentence pattern, we have 5 basic components of sentence pattern, that is subject yes, verb V, object O, complement C, adverbial A. Okay children, so if you want to know what is subject, you have to put the question who. Okay, to get the subject, ask the question who before the verb. It consists of noun or pronoun and occurs before a verb. For example, Nancy danced well. Who danced well? Nancy. So you are getting the answer Nancy and that is the subject. Next is the verb. The verb shows an action or activity or work done by the subject. It also tells the status. To get the verb, ask the question what does the subject do. Okay children, so we have learned a new thing in this topic, that is auxiliary verbs and modals, is it? So we have B form verbs. We have learned B form verbs that are am, is, was, where, are, is it? Okay, so what is verb children? Verb are all action words and for example he is a doctor. Is the verb. The baby is crying. Is crying is the verb. Okay. So next let us discuss what is object. If you want to get the object, ask the question what or whom. So what is for the things and whom is for persons. Person, it may be pronoun or noun. So you all know what is noun or pronoun. Nouns are the naming words and noun are used instead of noun. So next, for then this further this object is divided into two type: direct object, indirect object. Direct object answer the question what. I like animals. What did you like? I like animals. Indirect object answer the question for whom. I gave Rosie a pen. Okay, so whom did you give a pen? To Rosie. So I is the subject, gave is the verb, Rosie is the indirect object, a pen is the direct object. Okay children, so I hope you have understood what is subject, verb and object. Next is the complement. What is complement? The word required to complete the meaning of a sentence or called complement. If you want the complete meaning of a sentence, so that is the complement. For example, he is a dentist. Okay, dentist. He is a dentist. Actually, that is the subject complement. I thought you know subject complement, object complement. So that is SVC pattern. He is the subject. Is the verb. A dentist is the complement. SVC pattern. She named the boy John. I'm sorry. She named the boy John. So she is the subject. Named is the verb. Work done by her. Named the boy. Okay. So what did whom did she named? The boy. So the boy is the object. So what name she gave? That is John. So that is the complement. SVOC pattern. Okay children. So next is the adverbial or adjunct. ADJUNCT adjunct. To get answer for the adjunct, you have to ask the question where, how, when, where. Okay children, so I hope you have understood what is sentence pattern and what are the basic components of sentence pattern. Children, you will be completing your book exercise by yourself, and don't worry, anyhow I'll send the answers through PDF. Okay, complete the answers in your textbook, and if possible you will be writing these answers in your classwork also, so that I can check. Okay, thank you children, meet you again.